It's been the opposite of fine. Since the trade deadline, the Yankees' hold on a playoff spot has disappeared. They're only a half game up over the Guardians for the final playoff spot. Forget the division in the AL East. So obviously there's a level of frustration. And the way baseball works is that frustration levels tend to grow as you are getting closer to the middle of late. For Nothing Personal fans, for those of you new, the season is either early, middle, or late. The first 2 months are early, the middle 2 months are middle, the last 2 months of the season are late. So in August and September, it's late in the season. As we get deeper into August, it's no longer early, late. We're like mid-late right now. We're the beginning of mid-late. Late is the last 2 weeks of September. We're not quite there. So now that you know the math, for all of the new people listening, and thank you so much for that. Now you understand that the level of tightness that occurs increases as you go from early to mid to late. So Aaron Boone is watching the game. He's watching early. He's watching his team not able to hit. He's watching Aaron Boone, who has basically struggled. The guy needs Tommy John, and that's wrong, Coca. What did I say? Aaron Judge needs Tommy John. I shouldn't say, you know what, just cut that whole thing out, because that is irresponsible of me to say that a flexor strain means there's any ligament implication. Totally irresponsible to say that the drugs that have been used, all legal, that have been used to help it, are not worth it. The fact that he can't throw, let's not talk about that. The fact that he's DHing, leave it alone. The fact that he's 3 for 15 since he's back from the IL, give him a break. But you know that Aaron Boone, he feels it. And he manifests his feel by getting ejected. Easy to get ejected. As a matter of fact, you can be a manager and decide in advance that you want to be ejected. Today's the day. I've had managers say, yeah, I'm tired. I'll be done by the 4th. I've heard that. I'm good. And I don't say to the managers, but you're paid for 162. I'm going to garnish your wages because, of course, they're still managing once they're ejected. They just do it quietly from their office. But Aaron Boone, I got the feeling yesterday watching the Yankees play that he had decided before the game started, here's my plan. Now, I've been ejected early and often, but I think that this could be the spark. I want you to hear what Aaron Boone said after the game, which gave me pause whether or not the Yankees actually have a shot this year. Listen to Aaron Boone.
Yeah, that, obviously we're feeling it, and we know we have to be better. We know we have a much higher standard for ourselves and expectations, but at the same time, we're in control of this. And, I wholeheartedly believe that, we are going to get rolling and turn this thing around. And when it does, then you really start to build that next layer of confidence where guys are kind of feeding off each other. But, that's all. It's all just talk right now, but that's how I feel about it. We got to go do it.
I've always loved the "we are in control" comment because we've all used it. When you have a lead, you say you're in control. And what I think he means is they're a half game over the Guardians, so we're in control. Meaning if we win every one of our remaining games, then we'll make the playoffs. My guess is there's about 18 teams that could say that currently in Major League Baseball. So let's go a little deeper. He's saying we can't talk about it, we have to do it. Of course, managers are paid to talk about it before and after every game. So you have to talk about it. So what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the lack of defensive improvement? Do you want to talk about the bad news Bears style of defense, base running, things that have basically been attached to the team for seasons? This is not a unique 2025 issue. The fact that there's not enough starting pitching, the fact that bullpen arms, that you can acquire them and then they can regress after being acquired. Hold on, I've never heard of that before. Oh, that's right. That happened to me all the time. I mean, things are going fine. I think that everyone should stay calm in New York if you're a Yankee fan. And I'm speaking directly to you, Nick. I'd like you to stay calm. Why do I say that to my friend Nick Turturro, who is apoplectic over what's happening with the Yankees? And I say that because you've got a manager and veteran players in Judge. Max Fried had a great quote. We're all good. Everyone stay calm. Devin Williams had a clean inning. How happy are you? It's bad. It's just bad. So what do? You go to the captain. The captain has to talk now. And Aaron Judge did at the end of the weekend series. And he said, we're getting paid to go out there and win. That happens to be the worst way to start anything with the media, because the irony of professional sports is you're getting paid either way, no matter what. We pay you hoping that you'll win. We only wish we could take it back when you lose, though I wouldn't even dream of such a scenario. I'd like to take it back when you stink, not when you lose. But that's just me. We're not doing our job, Judge continued. We're not doing the little things that put ourselves in position to win baseball games. It's going to take all of us. That's my favorite. Aaron Judge said it. Aaron Boone said, we got to all talk. No more talk. We got to act. It's going to take all of us. 1 to 25. Think about all of the motivational things that are said in movies and that are said when you hear your favorite player talk. They don't. When's the last time you heard a player say, it's going to take me? Now, when they blow it, they'll say, I've got to be better. My job is to do better. But they rarely say, it's just me, because they want to spread the anger, the frustration, and the visceral, disgusting social media behavior that is absolutely arrowed to these players. It's going to take a village. Don't worry. The Yankees, they used to be 42 and 25. Just think back to that. Just think back to that. Don't worry that since June 13th, they stink. Do you know, and we'll be able to talk about this with the Mets too. Don't worry, Mets. I'm not forgetting what happened in Milwaukee. But do you know since June 13th, do you know who the 4 worst teams in baseball are? I'll give a minute to the non-studio audience here, Coca, to people in the chat live, nothing personal, live with David Samson. Can you name right now the teams with the 4 worst records since June 13th? What do you got? Who's your first choice? I mean, that's easy. Rockies. Second choice, simple. White Sox. It's not the White Sox. Third choice, Marlins, opposite. They may have one of the best records since June 13th. Anyone else? Nationals, bingo. Rockies, Nationals since June 13th. Who else? Braves, nope. Good guess. Yes, Yankees and Mets. How crazy is that? The Yankees and Mets have the 3rd and 4th worst record since June 13th. News alert, it's August 11th. That's almost a third of a season where they're 2 of the 4 worst teams in baseball. Not how you draw it up.